The moon is in Leo today, associated with the proud lion and the element of fire, and it comes into conflict by forming a challenging square to Uranus, the planet of change, transformation, and upheaval. And when the moon forms a square to Uranus, what that means is that in our emotional expressions, we will often cause chaos or conflict without quite realizing it, or maybe just not being willing to take accountability. Sometimes we can have moments of being like, oh my God, why is this person reacting to me like this? And quite possibly it's because of the energy that we brought to the table. We can't claim innocence if we're vibing on a really high level and not being conscious of how maybe our ego is taking over, or maybe our pride is taking over. When the moon is in Leo, we have a higher boost of confidence, which is awesome, especially if you struggle with lack of confidence. But ultimately, sometimes when the moon is in Leo, it can boost our confidence to the point where we are blind to the ways that our ego is getting in the way and potentially closing doors. So just kind of maybe take a step back, consider whether or not you're using language of I this, I that, or we this, or you that. Think about maybe how you're phrasing things, and think about maybe how you can hold space with love and patience and compassion. Sometimes that opens way more doors. So today's card is the Nine of Wands. This is interesting, all these fire cards lately. In the Nine of Wands, we see somebody defending themselves. 9 is wisdom, and Wands is fire. And in the traditional Rider-Waite, we see somebody who is war weary. They have bandages, they have stacks of wood behind them, and there's a sense that they have fought many, many battles, and they have no desire to get into another fight. And so that's kind of where we see the wisdom come in, is choosing our battles wisely. And if we had pulled this card reversed, it also shows somebody being on the defensive, or maybe are they on the attack? Sometimes when we feel wounded or slighted in some way, we see ourselves as being able to justify our defensive maneuvers. But if our defensive maneuvers are actually aggressive actions, then we're not really just defending ourselves. We might be overstepping our bounds. So the question becomes honor and morality and taking full responsibility. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Erin. I'm Queen Bee Tarot. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow.